Hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm a librarian at the Gallagher Law Library. This is part 3 of 3 in the Gallagher Basics Study Aids series. In part 1, you learned what study aids are and what types and formats are available. In part 2, you learned about West Academic Online Study Aids. In this tutorial, I will introduce you to an online study aid database called CALI. I will show you how to register for CALI, find and access the database, and how to navigate within the database to find and use its resources. You can find CALI on the Gallagher Law Library homepage under Selected Databases, Study Aids. But first, you will need to register for an account to access CALI. To do this, go to the Gallagher Law Library Law Students webpage. From the Law Students webpage, click on Frequently Used Databases under Research Help. Then click on the Access to Restricted Databases for UW Law Students. You will be prompted to enter your UW Net ID to access this page. Once you access this page, you will find registration instructions for our restricted databases, which includes a link to register for CALI, and provides you the student authorization code to register. Follow the instructions and voila, you're registered. Once you are registered for CALI, you can access it from the Gallagher Law Library homepage or anywhere by going to www.cali.org and then click on Login. CALI offers study aids available in various formats: ebooks, podcasts, audio lectures, and interactive tutorials and lessons that cover narrow topics of law. Once you're signed in for CALI, you can access CALI resources in a few different ways. On the main CALI page, you can use the search feature to search across all titles for any legal topic or concept you're wanting to learn. I would recommend looking for resources by going to the Lessons and Books tabs. In these tabs, you will find access to different types of study aids in the formats I mentioned earlier. Under Lessons, you will find CALI Lessons, which are computer-based interactive tutorials that cover narrow topics of law. These lessons are broken down by 1L and 2L, 3L topics. If you're interested in a study aid on constitutional law, you can click on Constitutional Law. You will then see that there are more specific subjects within constitutional law. If you're interested in affirmative action and equal protection, you will click on this one. In this lesson, you will see what it's about, read the learning outcomes, and read about the lesson authors. Lessons in CALI come from faculty, experts, and practitioners in their field. In fact, some of the lessons are authored by our very own faculty here at UW Law School. You will also see the completion time for the lesson, what topics it covers, and lessons like it if you're interested in more. A feature in CALI is that you can bookmark the resource. If you click on Bookmark, this will add it to your CALI dashboard within your account so that you can quickly access it the next time you log in by going to CALI Dashboard, My Bookmarks. Under Lessons, you can also search for podcasts that cover a wide variety of topics. Subject outlines match up traditional subtopics within courses to corresponding CALI lessons. This can also be a very helpful way to see what's available on a particular subject within CALI. Under Books, you will find access to E. Langdale books. Some of your professors may assign as text for your classes, so this is a good place to explore. You can browse all books or limit by 1L or 2L. Let's go to 1L. Perhaps you're interested in this criminal procedure book. Here you can read what the book is about, see how many pages it is, and when it was published. You can also see the download options, who it was written by, and what topics it covers. You can go back to the CALI homepage at any time by clicking on CALI or navigating to another part of CALI by clicking on Lessons, Books, Resources, or other tabs. What type and format of study aid you use within CALI will be determined by the legal topic, what your own learning outcome is, as well as how best you learn. By now you should know how to register for CALI, how to find and access CALI, and how to navigate within the platform to find and use resources. If you've watched all the videos in the Gallagher Basics Study Aids tutorial, you should now have a great idea of the online study aids available to you through the Gallagher Law Library and how to access and use the resources within them. For more about study aids, see the Law Library's research guide on study aids. And happy studying! See our website for library services, research guides, and more.